Manny Pacquiao versus Chris Algieri. I just watched Pacquiao versus Algieri preview on HBO. I'll leave it in the link description below. It's pretty much a preview up until the fight, and it's like a 27-minute episode, just previewing everything. And I gotta say, I like this just as much as the one episode of HBO 24/7. Maybe I even like it more, you could say, because I liked a lot of things that were in this. It showed Chris Algieri's rise to where he is now. Used to be a local fighter, used to be a kickboxer. Showed his house, his first belt, his old boxing tapes. Saying he really liked to watch Arturo Gatti fight. So they're following him around there. Showed some training. Talked to his trainers there, and saying that they don't train the old school way. They add a lot of new stuff and a lot of physical conditioning stuff. But pretty much, hey, shh, that's my dog. I enjoyed it a lot. The story they were following there. You could say it's like a episode of HBO 24/7 kind of thing. But Algieri and his team very confident. And they went back in time to the Ruslan fight, saying even his trainer was kind of worried about when he got hit with that big left hook from Ruslan, when his eye swelled up like that. His trainer didn't really know how he was going to react and if he could get back on the game plan. So he was even worried in that fight. He came back. He won the fight. Then they went back to Pacquiao. They really focused on Pacquiao because a lot of people are underrating him these days. And really, I think why a lot of people are doing this is because, I think his name was Kim. He has his own. He's a boxing analyst. That Chinese guy or Asian guy. He pretty much said Manny Pacquiao is a product of his own success, and we were used to seeing him knocking out everyone. But really, the reason why he was because he was fighting out of lower weight classes, or him dropping Marquez 3 times in a round, him beating up Marco Antonio Barrera. But really, when you look at it, once he only moved up to 147 to face Oscar De La Hoya, said Freddie Roach. And since after that, all the other big fights came at that weight class, like Miguel Cotto and Ricky Hatton and stuff like that, Margarito. But really, at those bigger weight classes, he's got to really expend a lot of energy to knock out his opponents. And really, when you look at him knocking out people at the higher weight classes, like 147 and over, what he's currently fighting at, but this fight's going to be at a catchweight 144. But what he's been fighting at for years now, welterweight, he's only stopped 2 fighters. And Oscar De La Hoya quit, and he didn't really get knocked out. He just quit. Miguel Cotto did get knocked out, TKO'd, not knocked out cold. So really, when you look at it, Manny Pacquiao had to hit them so many times, though, for De La Hoya to quit, and he had to hit Miguel Cotto so many times to get him out of there. And really, if the ref didn't stop him, maybe, pretty much Manny Pacquiao, what I'm saying is he has to beat down the bigger opponents to get them out of there. He can't one-punch shot them like he used to, or drop them with one big shot like he used to back in the lower weight classes. So everyone holds him to that standard of knocking out people. And obviously, he's not as aggressive. He doesn't throw as many punches as he used to. We know that because he's older. But he definitely is underrated these days. His skill and his experience and his speed and his power are all there still. Like I said, he's just not as aggressive, and he just doesn't throw as many punches as he used to. But I like what Kim said, though. He said, I forget his last name, but anyway, Kim said that Manny Pacquiao, the closest we've seen to the old Manny Pacquiao was when he fought the Marquez 4 fight. I agree with him, to be honest. You showed the old vicious Manny Pacquiao in that fight. and he was really beating up Marquez badly. And I'm not saying Manny Pacquiao, he's still the same guy as he was years ago. He's just, like I said, the aggressiveness in that fight was his old aggressiveness. In his recent fights, he shows the, what do you call it, bursts of aggressiveness. Like you see, like we seen the 10-punch combo against Timothy Bradley in their second fight. Stuff like that. You see when Timothy Bradley's calling him in, he's really bombing Timothy Bradley with shots. So he still shows it. But in that Marquez 4 fight, that was, you could say, yeah, that was the old Manny Pacquiao, aggressive Manny Pacquiao in that fight. And like I said, when I say that, I mean he still is aggressive. He's just not as aggressive as he used to be. He doesn't throw as many punches as he used to be. Like I said, but it's given with the fact that he has way more experience and he uses more skill and he uses his head more, and he's older, so it makes sense. He's adapted well. Back onto the episode though. It pretty much following the press conferences, Algieri surprised that Manny Pacquiao was smaller. He expected Manny Pacquiao to be bigger. He was surprised that he was that small. He thought he was bigger than Ruslan, which he is bigger than Ruslan a bit. They're around the same height, but yeah, pretty much the same size. But it seemed like Algieri kind of lit up when he said that. I wouldn't get too much confidence from that, though, thinking, oh, he's smaller, so this is going to be easier. That's not good for Algieri. He should take him very... You can't look at a book by its cover just because he's smaller than you. But the number one thing why I liked this, the number one part of this episode for me, this Pacquiao vs. Algieri preview, is the part when he said, Freddie Roach said, I don't care if he's wearing the power bracelets and the power necklaces, and I don't care how many protein shakes he drinks every day, Manny's gonna kick his ass. And that was funny. So I'll leave the link in the description below of this, and let me know what you guys thought about it. Did you like it better than HBO 24/7? Let me know, and thanks for watching.